Right, guys, I'm back. Apologies for that, but the PC completely locked up again. It's done that before, where absolutely no functions work at all. No Control Alt Delete, nothing. And the only way of solving it is just to completely reboot the PC. Just did a, hold the restart button, the power button for it to restart. And let's see if this will hold out for the rest of the match now. But I can see that that Rodney now has a 2-0 lead. Right, so we've now played 2 racks in 90 minutes. So that's an average of, what, 45 minutes a rack? What's the cue ball? Does that mean Yama's gone to his bed? Maybe that's what it means. Thanks for watching. So to those that have come back, the inevitable problems you're going to get with me is the reliability of the computer. And this is what you'll have to put up with for quite a while. So Cobra's existence on the winner's side in this tournament is, well, not quite hanging by a thread yet. But it's going to have to be a long night if he's going to survive. I'm just going to tab out for a second, hang on. I'm trying to make sure nothing else is running. Yeah, well, I missed the end of that. Well, I know that Rodney was in good shape there to get out. Oh, I thought Yama was going to his bed there when he was saying thanks. But exactly the same situation again here for Rodney. He's on a run of 20. Cobra only made 15. And who knows what Rodney's going to put together here, but it could be the game breaker. as far as Cobra's concerned. Welcome to Mooncake. Or, well, if you were here earlier, I'd be saying welcome back, because the PC's just fried itself and everything completely locked up, and I had to do a restart. So there's two things happening with the PC now when I'm doing streaming. So it definitely can't be the software that's to blame, because my XSplit Gamecaster, the PC's either restarting or doing stuff when I'm doing that as well. So that it's nothing to do with the software. We've eliminated that. Well, we're all trying to guess, and nobody's got a clue. That's the short and sweet answer. Nobody's got a clue who it is. That's what we've debated for the first half an hour of this match. And after all of that, Rodney's visit was 25. Cobra back at the table. What was the final score in the Spanish game? Did it finish 3-0? Spain against, who was it, Croatia? 3-0, a good start for them. England tomorrow night. And Italy's only 2-1 up against Albania. They should cruise through that. In fact, Italy might be playing a B team against Albania. He'll be saving his big boys, I think. This is not finished good. Yeah, so Cobra's giving himself a taste of what it's like to be an umpty, like me, where you're only getting runs of 13. He's having one of them nights. Well, you would think that Rodney would be trying to make more of this opportunity. Oh, and no sooner have I said that, he's missed the carom. That's a big fail there. He get too much bottom in the cue ball, and he's missed the carom, and the run is only one. And well, there's a signal to Cobra. Handed to him in a plate there for this opportunity. But again, the 3 ball is not great. So the first objective here is pot the 1, have a line off that 1 to the 3, get it out of there. And that's a lot better now. Now he can pot the 5. Have a good line for the 5-3. Doesn't want to come into line. I mean, he's obviously got the 1 ball. But he's actually too straight in the 1 ball as well, because he would like to come across here and have the 5 to the 3, or come and he's too close to the rail, which is another problem. So he's got himself in trouble here. I think he can get enough of the 5 ball. Yeah. And he's not stayed below the 1. He couldn't hold it, and he's in trouble now. He's going to have to play a risky carom 5-3. In fact, was he playing the 5-3, or was he trying to get to 1? I'm not sure. Maybe it was a sort of two-way shot. But either way, the run is only 14. He's got a slender lead. Well, at this stage, with these chances that Rodney's getting, he's really got to refocus. Definitely got to be checking himself to refocus here and make the most of this. Well, now everything's going to be back in line. 1 ball going in its spot. Don't finish in line with the 3 and the 5. And that is perfect. Now, the pot isn't the problem. What the problem is the distance here for the next carom. That's the problem. So, if this is me, I'm trying to slam this 3 ball in and get into the kitchen. That's what I'm trying to do. And he's got the same idea, and that's very well done. That's as good as he could probably get. But he does have a shot. I mean, he can draw from the 1 to the 5. He can play the stun. But at least he's got an option. But he wouldn't have had much if he had stayed up the table. It would be too far distance for caroms. Well, if that 1 had went in, it would have been handy, but he's fine. He doesn't need to do anything with the cue ball other than pot the 5, and he'll have a 5-1 carom. Run goes to 24. The lead is 8 points. Not enough yet. And he's done the old fatality, caught the knuckle. Big fail there for Rodney, because that was a great opportunity and he's blown it. And that's the first priority with these cuts down the road. You've got to watch that knuckle. And he might pay the price for that, because that's another gilt edge opportunity that was shaping up very nicely there. Played a good recovery shot, and then he's blown it all with that 1 shot in the 5 ball. It could be costly. This is not far from easy, this, but I mean, he could play the slam in the 5 ball for the stun to the 3, but he can go 1 rail or 2 rails onto that 5. He's gone behind it. He should have went for the 2 rails. It was a bigger target going for it with the 2 rails, because you'd have a fair margin of error in catching something in that 5 ball. So, once again, Cobra's contribution only 5. And this is taking shape like the first rack of this match, where Rodney had these opportunities to put a stack on and he never done it. I mean, he eventually won the first rack, but it's taken a very similar pattern here early on. And this is not ideal, but he's got the cut in the 3. Now again, he's got to come down to the kitchen here. He's got a perfect line to do that. He doesn't need to worry about how he's getting there. He just has to focus on the pot and get the cue ball down here at a decent pace where he's either staying in the kitchen or just going back out the kitchen. Now that needs to hold up, and that'll do it at the moment. So again, what you're hoping here is you get half ball on this 5 ball and you bring it out into the table. You don't want to double kiss it. And he's done exactly that, but look at the cue ball. He's okay, but he's killed the 5 on the short reel now. But well, if he's got a line, he can run across off this 3 ball, and he can pot the 3 and go forward and around and behind. Although he hasn't gone far enough. See, that's way short. So now things get tricky when you're starting with blind angle, blind shots for caroms. You know, he should be fine though. He shouldn't be scratching. He gets a little bonus of pot in the 1, and this 3 ball might be coming into a good line as well. The 3 ball's perfect. You can just roll the 1 in and come out off the rail. He shouldn't be trying to bump the 5 or do anything acrobatic here. He should just be taking what he's got. Now it needs to just slow up. And that's gone too far. And now he's going to have to get creative. You know, if he finishes here, he's fine. If he finishes there, he's fine. But if he finishes there, he's dead. And he's got to make a shot now. Now the obvious shot is 1 ball to the 5. Well, he's used his first of his extensions there, thinking about that, but there wasn't much to think about. That was a shot that was on. The only other problem is what the follow-up pot was going to be, and he's not sitting pretty in either. He's got a thin cut in the 5 along the rail into the bottom right-hand corner pocket as we look, and he's got a thin cut in the 1 into that top right. Neither of them are good, and he's got the bank on the 3 ball, which he's missed, and the run ends in 17, and he's only got a 20-point lead. And what's more, Cobra's got an easy starter, and he'll be set up for his follow-up. I just had to take my top off here because I'm getting warm, and I don't want to be too warm when I'm having to jump into bed. So I like to take the top off so that I'm cooling down before I get into bed. And the thing is, earlier on tonight I shaved my head. You know, I got the electric clipper off the charger and done my head and shaved it down to the roots, you know, and it's like bloody Velcro trying to take a shirt off over your head. The shirt was stuck to my hair, or what was left of my hair, because I'm down to the wood. All I've got is bristles left. Best investment I've ever made. Once a week I do my head over the sink. I paid a tenner for these clippers on the internet. Rechargeable with a USB, and best investment I've done. Haven't been to the barbers for how long now, I don't know. But saving a fortune. So back to business here. This match is finely balanced at the moment in terms of who can win this in this rack, and Cobra surviving. The run is 23, the lead is 3 points. Now I think he's got the force follow here. This looks tight from this end of the table. Now tell a lie, it's a pot he's got. Out of sequence again, and he's just got enough room to get the 3 ball in. Yeah, he's trying to just roll through and get a line off the 5 onto 3, and that's probably well done. Yeah, that'll do. The only thing is he's going to be nursemaid in this 5 ball and bumping the 3. He's probably not getting particularly great shape. He's just hoping he has a pot. But he's got a choice. He could pot the 5, but it's a lot. The other problem is he's got too much angle in the 3. You know, when you're trying to pot the 3 and stay there for a 3-5, you're better coming up into the table for the 5-3 to do that. So he's potted the 5 into the side. And this is now a tricky one. Got to go to the rail and spin to the back of the 3 ball here. Don't know whether he's trying to get it direct, but probably better try to go to the rail and come to the back of the 3. Well, there's far too much spin on it though. Had the right idea. So the run ends in 32, and likewise the lead for Cobra is slender. It's only 12 points. So now you've got to think that YPR is going to get to 90 here. That's the principal objective of this visit, is get to 90, get started in the caroms, and take it from there. Well, he's fortunate that he's got an open table. What he hasn't got is an easy shot here. And he's found a line, and he's hit the 3 ball perfect. And again, though, the problem is potting the 3. See, he should leave the 3 and pot the 1 here, because the 1's going to spot next to the 5, and leave the 3 as it is. Oh dear, he's taking his eye off that. That's a huge fail. And maybe there's signs of a little fatigue. In fact, it's a bit like Albinario, beginning to sort of lose the plot in the middle of the match. That's who it is, it's Albinario. That's a big, big mistake overall in the context of this rack, because that's given Cobra his breathing life into him to survive this rack here. I was looking at PCs the other day, only looking obviously because there's no way I can get one for the time being, but good evening to Brainful out. But I noticed that a lot of PCs now, they don't have DVD drives. They've done away with them. I mean, you can obviously get one and get, you know, if you're getting it built for you, you can ask them to put one in. And I'm just thinking that My PC's obviously got a DVD drive in it. It's got a DVD rewriter in it. And I'm thinking, how often do I use it? Well, to be honest with you, the only time I would use the DVD drive that I've got in my PC at the moment is if I want to watch a DVD film. You know, I've got some DVD films, but I don't have a DVD player in the house anymore. That went pear-shaped. It was this shows you the last time I bought in, and it was a combined video and video recorder and a DVD player. It was a combo that you had at the time. You remember them? And it broke down, so it went in the skip. And I've got no way of playing DVDs in the house other than on the PC. So if I want to watch any of the films I've got in DVD, I would have to put them in the play at the PC. There's no other means of playing it. So if I get a new PC at some time in the future, I would probably still ask to have a DVD player in it, even though I probably hardly use it. But it's the only way if I ever want to watch one of the old DVDs I've got kicking about that I can play something. Well, that big mistake from Rodney missing that one ball into the corner pocket bottom right might be costing him this rack. The Cobra's got to make a shot here though. And he's got to play the 3 ball and come to the short rail in the bottom here and bump the back of that one. Let me have a look. Is he trying to draw? Yeah. I'm not. I mean, that was a good idea, but I'm more convinced it was far better to be playing up to bump the back of that one so that you're looking down at shots. But the important thing is he got 14 points. He's off and running in the caroms, and the table's not great for Rodney at the moment. And that's not great either, what he's just played there. So Rodney's showing signs of sort of losing the plot here a wee bit. That's a poor shot. Yeah, he's definitely struggling. That you going to bed, Mark? Well, mind you, Mark probably left the stream when my PC went pear-shaped, but I think that's Mark going to bed. This is about his time of night. And this is looking very much like another big fail here for YPR. Oh, and he's missed it. And the run is only one. Just signs from the last few shots from YPR that he is just slipping a wee bit here. Yeah, I thought that was you going to bed there, Mark. Which is where I should be right now, because this match is now 2 hours old, all but 3 minutes short of it. Well, Cobra's in no great shape here either. That's going to come in the middle of them. Yeah. Well, if ever you've been let off the hook again here, Rodney, it's right now. And you have got to leave the stun from that 5 to the 3 to get that out and play here. And he's left himself right over the 1 ball. I mean, it couldn't finish any bloody worse than this. I mean, you don't want to be sat here. I mean, he should still be getting this without a lot of trouble, but, you know, they're just signs that things are beginning to unravel a wee bit here. And once again, he's finished with hardly a shot here for a pot. I mean, the 5 will go. You don't want to be playing this if you can help it. The 3 ball is a crazy cut across the rail. This is horrible. And the 5 ball, if you're stunning that in, you could scratch the side. You can also pot it into the other corner, which is a blind pocket cut. The cue ball's going up behind the one though, and that's a very well played shot. That's perfect. That's exactly where you want to land. And these next few shots are vital for the future of this match, because if Rodney plays his cards right here, he could be chasing down Cobra's lead and finish off in the lead. He's on 83, so 3 ball will be 86 and get it onto its spot, and he can work around what he's got up the top end there. And now he has to get the arithmetic right. So that's 86. And he'll have the carom. Now, the carom would be the 1 to the 5, and you open out so you get the 3 ball as a pot. You want to hit that side of the 5 so that you open out for the 3, and that's perfect. That is perfectly played, and the commentator's eye, perfect line, because he can roll the 3 in, and that's him in 90. But does he want to roll it in, or does he want to just hold the cue ball, because he's got the 3 to the 5 to follow, and this has to be delicate, because this 1 ball isn't aligned for the pot. In fact, the better shot and the safer shot is at risk of a bank on the 3 ball, but the force follow to the 5. Now, I think he's got to be braver and play the 3 to the 1. Now what do? You can play the 1 to the 5. You can play the 3 to the 5. Neither of them are easy, but they've all got a line to get there. They most certainly have. And he's just inside. And likewise, he's not left anything simple for Cobra, but the shot for Cobra is the 1 ball, 2 rails into the back of that 3 ball, top left. That's the shot there. He's trying to go to 1 rail and get it. I think he's got it that side. That'll do. So he had 2 options there, but neither of them were gimmies. And it's all going to be a struggle when they're lying in this shape. But he has got the 3-point lead. And behind it, we might get second prize. And behind it as well. Goodness me. I thought he'd be annoyed at that. I thought he would. Now here's a 2-in-1 shot as well off this 3 ball. Same idea. Up and down. And this is not dissimilar to the shot that Rodney or Cobra didn't play earlier on in the match. Something similar to this. This is going to hit. Yeah, I wonder if there's any. I mean, I remember the electric meter, Mark, putting coins in it. I remember the electric man coming and emptying it, and then if you'd overpaid, you'd get your coins back. He would leave them in the table. I remember that. Well, that run was just 2 points in it. This match, again, all in the balance here as to whether Cobra's going to survive on the winner's side. And this is going to pot the 5, a disaster, but not that big a disaster because the table is absolutely ugly. Rodney will be doing well to get anything out of this. That 1 ball's no good there for a start. It's out the game sitting there. And it's to no benefit of either of the players that 1 ball remains there. And that is unlucky. Now, I say unlucky. What can Cobra do with this one ball? I mean, the force follow's no good because he's going to pot the one. He's trying to play the one off the point. He's thought of that. He's back to trying to overcut the one. That won't work because he'll scratch with the cue ball. He's back looking at the point. He's trying to force follow. I don't know that. He's trying to hit it half ball and get the one to miss the 5. And he's missed the 5, and that's well played. That was tight. So the lead is 3. Cobra is within 2 or 3 shots of getting himself into the match. Welcome back to Tam. Well, I never saw the end of the last game because the PC froze up and I had to restart the stream. Which is another handy reason for me being in the stream on my phone so that I can tell you that I'm going pear-shaped this end. Well, overcut the one, get the angle tight to the corner and go the 1 or 2 rails into the back of the 3. That's the shot. Steve's away. Steve was only in for like 20 minutes. He can't stand the pacing, Cowboy. Well, he went a direct line to it. I don't know that was the best idea in the world. But he's got. Well, maybe I'll take it all back. I apologise there because that's the shot he's probably played. I'm not convinced that he played so tight to the 3, but he's gone the couple of rails and got the back of the 5. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt there. That takes him to 99. And now he's got a 3 to 5 that might be very thin. Yeah. The only problem is the outshot's not great. And this is where you can lose a game of Cowboy by, getting that final carom to the 5 and then trying to outshot in the 1 and you can't get there and you set up an easy starter for your opponent and he runs out. And it's not the first time that's happened. Well, he's got to go to that top right hand corner as we look. Aye, that one there. So he's going to go 2 rails, looking to find the line to get into that pocket. And he's way, way wide of it. But like I said, he could be setting up a carom for his opponent. This is thin and soft. It's tricky. And if you're going to play the 5 to the 1, problem with that is you're probably end up leaving Cobra with an easier outshot by doing this. But you've got to take the risk, you've got to go for it. And that's maybe too tight. Has he got it? He's got it, and he's still in line. Oh, he's missed it. He's trying to be too delicate and keep that 3 ball handy for the 5-3, and he's missed the 1. And like I said, the fact that he's done that, he's probably leaving Cobra an easier outshot, and that's exactly what he's done. So, force follow, and I would always put a wee bit of help and spin. Yeah, he's got the top on it. And, well, after 2 hours and 8 minutes, it's 2-1. So, little signs of frailties during that rack there for Rodney. And then that final mistake there, not getting the carom in the 1. And effectively setting up the outshot for Cobra. Cobra playing the draw shot. That's the sort of three breaks, the three break-offs that you get in Cowboy. You can play the conventional cut the three from the left or right side into the corner pocket, bring the cue ball down into the kitchen. You can play that. You can play VP Monster's break-off shot, the more elaborate one where you go off the left. Well, generally he goes off the left side of the three ball to the left long rail, short rail up top, long rail right side, and onto the one ball for the three rail carom. And then there's the other one, which is the one that Cobra played, which is you draw off the 1 to the 5. So now the shoe's in the other foot here for Cobra. He's first in rack number 4. And it's a question of what is he going to end up with? Is he going to put a stack on to put the pressure on YPR? Well, got to cut the 5. Get it back in its spot. Leave yourself some sort of shot 5 to 3. Now, well, he's cut the 5, and it's not sitting ideal, but he's got the stun onto the 3. This is just the sort of loose way of doing it. Well, that double kiss there onto the 3's actually come up handy. So he's got to come out in a line from the 3 to the 5. Once the 5 spots, he's looking at where he wants, first of all, he's looking at where the spot is, so he knows where the 5's going, where it's actually going in relation to the 3, and where the cue ball's going to be able to play the 3-5. But he's doing something completely different. And I don't know why. I mean, this is, to me, this is harder than, potting a 5 and just coming out to about here and playing a 3-5. And he's missed it. Well, he's been round behind it, the 2 rails. He certainly played to hit that direct, I think. I don't believe he played to go the 2 rails in the back of it, but he's came out smelling the roses. The run goes to 29. Yeah, I think he did get lucky. Because I think he was playing a direct carom there. And he did come out good, but, you got to... It's the fact that he's got it is immaterial. It's what he makes beyond it now. And he's still, I think, got a shot in the 5. Just. So, again, things are just a bit distant here. 3 ball doesn't pot, obviously, so the 5's going to pot. It's where he's putting the cue ball. The problem at the moment is the 3 ball. The 3 ball needs to be up the table on its spot, really, or that 1 ball needs to go on its spot, either way, so that this end of the table can be corrected. So if he hits this 3 ball on an edge and leaves a shot on it, that's the one he should be potting next, regardless. And he's just grazed the edge of it. And, well, I don't think there's much choice here. I think he's got to play the 3. Now, does the 3 pot? That's the question. Does it spot? Yes, it does. There's enough room to get that 3 onto its spot. Run goes to 44, is it? Yeah. Right. So you play the force follow onto the 3, bring the 5 into the table, pot the 1, get it in its spot. And he's played it gentle, but either way, now I think, you know, if he played the 5 harder and it was down this end, it would have been much better to pot the 1 and work from the 5-1. You know, that way, if the 5 was sort of down here. Now the 1's going in its spot, he's committed to be getting on the 3 to the 5, I would think. So he's going to go 2 rails into the back of this 5. Run is 46. All is good for the time being. Right, now, the line he's got in the 5 is not ideal. He can clearly pot it. So what he's got to do then is just draw off the 5 and hold the cue ball below for 5-3 or 3-1. That's what he's running forward, but I don't know why. Because the cue ball's running that direction. This is not great. Again, you know, commentators I said you have to play the right shot, and to me the right shot was to pot that 5 and draw off it and hold it down this end. Now he's having to work a shot here, and he's got it. And he might come out smelling a rose. He's doing it his way, but it's not. That's the shot that he played there on the 5 wasn't the shot I would have done. Now, once again, I ask the question: why didn't he just pot the 1 there? Because he had a 5-3 that was never going to be a problem. And get the 1 ball down in its spot. Now again, you can be greedy and just take the 5 points, but to me, I'm potting the 1 ball, getting it on its spot, and then I'm at the top end of the table looking at 2 possibilities of follow-up shots. Well, he's got the 5 to the 1, he's got the 1 to the 3, so you take your pick. But he wants to hit the right side of this 3 ball. And he's hit it full in the face, you see, so now he's got a problem, he's got to make a pot. It's all critical about how you make the carom on that shot. You don't want to hit anything like that full in the face. Half ball either way will do. And he didn't get it thin enough. But he's got the bailout in the 5 ball, but once again he's now working at distance. But these are big, well, the 1 ball especially is a huge target. You should never miss this. Chances are you might even pot the 1 and you've still got a shot in the 3. So now you pot the 1 goes in its spot, you'll get the 1 to the 5. Now he's back looking at the 3. Again, I don't know why. You just pot the 1 and stay there and play the 1-5. See, Cobra could easily be a quicker player if he didn't, you know, the shot that you're playing, and if you know that's what you're playing and it's staring you in the face, then you just go on with it and play it. You don't double check things. I mean, now he's killed the 1 ball. The run is 70. And now he can get really crazy here and try and bump the 1 ball off the 5. Now, see, to me, the 5 ball cutting the 5 and trying to go to the rail and bump the 1 could have been handy, because if you didn't hit the 1, if you played it at the right pace, you would still have a shot up table or down towards us. You could have played it as a 2-in-1 shot to just try and bump the 1. And now, well, he's got the 1 ball, but that 1 ball sort of dead in its spot if he pots it. But if he pots the 5 and goes down below the 5 towards us, he should be good. Welcome to Rob. Well, that's fine. That'll work, because the 1 ball to the 3 is again something you should never be missing. The run is 79. And commentator's curse, you should never be missing the 3. And what does Cobra do? He misses the 3. I mean, that was like a brick wall, that 3 ball. Never in a month of Sunday should you ever be missing that from that distance. That's a big miss. On the brink of sort of tying this match up at 2 racks all. Well, let's see how big a miss that is, because that should again focus the mind of YPR and what he needs to do to survive this rack, and not only that, to get this match over and done with. So, Rodney has the high run of the match, a run of 92. He's going to have to match that or better it right now. No sooner do I say that than I completely jinx him. The run ends in 9. Oh dear. That could be hasta la vista to this rack. It's just like a big heavyweight title fight. You know, Rodney's had his opponent on the ropes twice during the match, but he hasn't been able to put him away. And Cobra's boxed his way back into it. And he's threatening to even it in the scorecards. This is a thin one in the 5. Because that 5's down below the pocket. Well, this is a good line. The bonus problem here is the extra 5 points is going to blow him in the 90, so he's got to play the safe route. He's got to go cut the 3 ball and just take a line, a sort of 2-in-1 shot, unless he's going to try and go 2 rails. But I'd be just playing a line to come to the back of the 1, and if I miss the 1, I'm going to hit the 5. So this is either a 1-way shot or a 2-way shot. He's playing it a 1-way shot. He's got the hit. Problem again is the pot can't play the 5. The 1 ball's no good. And not only if he pots the 3, he needs to keep the cue ball out the way of the extra carom. So he's checking the cue ball up. So this makes this shot even more difficult. Yeah, he's got it. That was very well played. And let me have a look. He can play the force follow, and he can play this at a pace where the 5 ball should be in play behind the 3. Well, that's a bit too heavy in my opinion. Okay, he's got the 1 to the 3, but that 5 ball should have still been in about here. I don't think he needed to play that as heavy. See, now look at it now. If that 5 ball had been behind the 3 ball, he would have had another easy carom there. If he'd played that the right way the first time round. Now the 5 ball's sort of isolated there, and he's having to make a shot now. So that force follow carom that he played, if he'd played it a bit softer, that 5 ball would have been in much better shape than it is at the moment. And now he's getting there. Now it's taking shape. Well, he really wants to see he's played direct to it. Ideally, if he'd sort of brushed off it and come down below the 1, he'd have been even better. This is still workable, but things are coming apart now. Well, he can draw from the 1 to the 3, which he might have to do. Again, it's a big target to hit the 3 ball. Bit of bottom and right to get the spin working. Sorry, bottom and left. So that when the cue ball hits the rail, it fizzes that way. So he got the brush on the 3. He's on 96, and Rodney's miles away. Run is 97. He's got the 5 to the 3. Now he wants to get to the rail and bump the right side of this 3. He doesn't want to go. He shouldn't be playing a direct to the 3 shot here. He should be playing it short to the rail. That's the shot. Like that. That's perfect. Just to bring it away from there. And now he's got the follow up. Again, a huge target. He's just got to get it thin enough. And again, ideally, he wants to go inside of the 5 ball, not straight on, and that's perfect as well. So he's played 2 shots there, exactly the way you want to play them, because you're trying to keep everything sort of in play. Okay, it's not great, but at least you've got angles that you can work with. Got to overcut the 5. He might be playing up to the 3. No, he isn't. He's trying to go direct. I thought he was going to let it run there and try and play to the 3, but again, that's a dangerous shot. Cobra is usually reluctant to take any risks like that, whereas if that was me, I would have given it a blast. I always live in hope to dig out shots like that. Yeah, and Rodney has gone. You know, we saw little signs earlier, and I think that Cobra might beginning to grind him down here at this pace. No success that time for Cobra, but he's on 99, so. And I don't think it's in any interest that Rodney keeps that 5 ball over the hole. That's only just prolonging the pain. He wants to just get the points that he can get and get the balls all in play. Now, if he cuts the 5 in and comes below the 1, he's got 2 shots up table. He's potted the 3, so now he's going to be hard pushed to dig out his follow-up shot with this set up. Well, again, potting the 5 gets it onto its spot. Leaves him a 5-3 option. He's got nothing much else to work with for the time being. Well, this would be a sensational way to win a match, wouldn't it? Cobra on the brink of tying it up. And YPR a mile behind with a chance to put a big run together to apply some pressure to Cobra. Well, straight away though, he's in trouble. He's having to dig out a pot. He thinks he can cut this. He certainly can. But it's a forlorn hope, but the great thing about Cowboy is that chance, even though it's a long shot, if you get on a roll, you can pinch the rack and win the match. Well, that's killing the 3 ball now. Now he's in trouble. He's having to dig out another very big pot to stay at the table. Good evening to Interchange X. And he's got it. But once again, he's a recovery shot off the 3 to the 1. Oh, that almost went wrong there. Yeah, you've got chicken and what is it? The Tesco's Finest crisp. They do chicken and whatever it is. You've got sweet chili crisps as well. We've got Tesco's Finest katsu curry crisps. What's the other one? Korean inspired flavour or whatever it is, a barbecue Korean style, but I don't know. I tried the haggis crisps years ago. They're actually horrible. They were not nice. I also tried hedgehog as well. We had hedgehog crisps for a little while. But you're probably not old enough to remember that, but Tam will remember them. You could get hedgehog crisps. Yeah. Well, that's why hedgehogs are now in the endangered species list here in the UK. They killed so many of them to make the crisps. Well, Rodney's response is a run of 34 and counting at the moment. He's still the proverbial country mile behind. Well, you must remember the hedgehog flavoured crisps. There was hedgehog flavoured crisps at one time, along with the haggis ones. Oh, the wee bag of salt. You're talking about the salt and shake. Aye, salt and shake crisps have been around for probably over 40 years now, because I remember the initial commercials appearing in the television. I think they've been around for at least 40 odd years. And it was Smiths that made them originally, but now it's bloody Walkers that own everything. I've actually got a multi-pack of, a 5-pack multi-pack of Golden Wonder tomato sauce crisp downstairs. Yeah, I remember Tudors as well. Well, the most popular flavoured crisps in the UK is probably cheese and onion, or salt and vinegar. But then you've got all these multitudes of weird stuff. You've now got lentil crisps. You don't have potato crisps anymore. You've now got lentil crisps for the bloody veggies. We do loads of different sort of vegetarian crisps. We even do gluten-free crisps as well. Now he's in trouble. Going to have to... Oh no, shit, what happened to Rodney there? Rodney's run into a misstat there looking at the chat. Cobra's in the outshot for 2 apiece. And he hasn't got it. But look at where the 1 ball's sitting, so Rodney doesn't want to leave the 1 ball there. Yeah, Taylor's are good. The pickled onion ones I love. Taylor's pickled onion crisps, they're lovely. When I open any bag of those, I eat them all at one sitting. They never survive. Don't you lot have Lay's crisps? Never heard of them. No, Walker's own loads of different crisps now. The only thing they don't own is bloody Golden Wonder, I think. Well, Cobra with another attempt at the outshot. Well, it used to be in VP3, you play this with loads and loads of top, you'd spin into the corner pocket. Not quite as straightforward as that in VP4. Yeah, it was. It was definitely frozen. Lay's is Walker's. I've never heard of Lay's as a brand. Well, it's interesting, Coldest Pillow, that you said that they're like Walker's. Well, I mean, any bloody crisp is like Walker's, isn't it? They're all crisps of one shape or size. I think Chris went pear-shaped when they started bringing out bloody prawn cocktail quavers. I mean, quavers are cheese and nothing else. When you start bringing out bloody prawn cocktail flavour, you know they're desperate. Alright, I've got you now. Lay's are made by Walkers, but they're under that brand in different countries. Right, I get you now. I understand that now. Right, Lay's is American. But they're probably the bloody parent company to Walkers for all we know. What the hell was that? Oh, Cobra was snookered. Well, what Rodney has to do is protect the 1 ball. That's the thing you have to do in this situation. You have to do your best to try and protect it at the same time as trying to score, which is a difficult combination. No, I must admit, I've never heard of Lay's. Never heard of them. Frito-Lay. Well, everything, that's the thing I like about American grub, is the quantity. You buy a packet of potato chips in the States, it's like a bloody sack. Well, he's got a start here, YPR. Can pot the one, get himself in line for the follow-up carom. But again, he's doing the right thing. You know, he's just biding his time and trying to get something that would allow him to get a little run together. But he's keeping the one ball safe, which is the prime priority at this stage. And Cobra has done the right thing there in making sure that that line is gone by getting rid of the 5 ball. Now, five ball is going back in its spot, of course, and same thing's going to happen again. Now, there's something I don't like, by the way, port scratchings. I've had bags of port scratchings in the past, and I think they're disgusting. I don't like. I do like Pringles, but the problem with Pringles is that when you open the bloody thing and you start eating them, that's a disaster. It's like Jaffa cakes. I don't buy Jaffa cakes anymore for the same reason. You know, once I open and start them, they're gone, and a box of Pringles is just going to get devoured. So pointless buying them. No, I am not a lover of port scratchings. Not at all. This might not be a good line. He's going to have to play the snooker again. And he's got to watch that he doesn't leave that right edge open. And he has done, and that's a mistake. That's a mistake. So Cobra, yeah, it's a priority. You had to cover that right side. I mean, he could have left a wee bit of the left side showing there. He'd have been okay, pretty much. But that is fatal. And there you go. So the final big mistake there from YPR, and it's 2 apiece after 2 hours and 41 minutes. And I am going to take a bathroom break because I don't think I can hold out much longer. Back in a minute. Right, I'm back. So here's a good one from earlier on today. We're in the biggest Tesco store in Scotland. It's the middle of the morning. It's almost what time was it? Was it about 11:30 in the morning? The store's busy. Everybody's doing their Saturday shop, and we've got about probably, I'm guessing, round about 60 staff in the store, all doing different things. I think the store itself has over 300 staff, so everybody doing different shifts. But I think there was about 60 in. It looked as if there was about 60 in today. And so it's about 11:30, and the next thing you know, the bloody fire alarm goes off. So everybody in the store has to drop everything. Every customer with their trolleys abandons everything. Everybody has to get out of the building. And we're all standing in the car park. The car park's heaving with cars, it's busy. And we're outside for like 10 minutes. The only thing that was good about it is it wasn't pissing the rain. It was actually sunny. So we all go back in eventually. And I'm thinking, well, you know, what the hell set it off? And one of my managers tells me it was somebody burnt the toast in the canteen, and that set the fire alarm off. And it's not the first time it's happened. You got to laugh. And in the meantime, the shop's lost maybe God knows how many grand's business within that time of the shop being empty. So, you know, all that for the sake of one slice of burnt toast and the smoke setting the fire alarm off. That's and the good thing is that the main manager wasn't in today. I think he'd have been well pissed off had he been in. I thought these bloody toasters were automatic. I mean, what the hell is this person doing to the toast that it's in a toaster and it ends up getting burnt? And worst of all, sets the smoke alarm off, the fire alarm. Costly business. Well, Rodney, from a 2-0 lead, and Cobra's big contribution in that fourth rack, was it the third rack, that got him into the match. And then it was pretty much a grind for most of that fourth rack. Well, Cobra taking the old boom bang a bang route, and it's successful. The run is 37, and he's heading to the finish line already. Welcome to Slim. Yeah, it will be, because I think all the matches have either been 3-1 or 3-0. Well, Cobra's concentrated now in doing the business here with this one visit in terms of breaking the back of the match. Trying to take it right away from Rodney. And this is why you've got to stay on it all the time. When you put yourself in a position early on in the match where you have the beating of the guy, you've got to keep your foot in the gas. You can't lose your concentration. It has to be 100% all the time. And when it isn't, when you make those little mistakes that Rodney made, they're all adding up now. You know, they're becoming costly when you're looking at where the match has got to. Cobra's found his way back in it. Rodney's got 20 in the board, and Cobra's got 43 and counting. Now the 5 ball just come back into play. So he's now got to get out into that middle of the table for the 5-1, more than likely. The run goes to 50. He's sitting good as far as the force follow goes. Again, wants it to be half ball if he can help it. And needs to keep a ball in play to stay at the table. And he's hit it full in the face. The 5 ball's coming into line though. So he's still good to continue. This is where it gets tricky, working with these 2 balls, and especially now that the follow-up shot's going to be another 5-1, because that again is threatening to kill the 1 ball onto the rail. So once again he wants to try and hit this either slightly left or right side of the 1, but not face on. And that's better, but it's a bit too strong, but the 5 ball stays in play. If that 5 ball had gone dead, he would have had to probably dig out a cut in the 3 ball there. But again, he's still good. He might draw off the 5 and come over to the right. I don't know that. It looks like he can do that from here. You know, stun over to the right side. Is he going high enough? Well, I think he might have liked a wee bit more over to the right. See, this is a blind carom. You know, you're not looking at the line really. So he's got to have a glance at it initially and then be confident that he's picking the line. And he's got it. Now again, how is he for a follow-up? Not quite as good. So he can't hold in the kitchen. He's got to go up top. He might need to put something in the cue ball here though. See, this is coming to nowhere. He hasn't done anything with the cue ball other than focus in the pot, and it's threatening to be the end of the run. He's got a long force follow with a little margin of error. If he misses it in the way up, he might hit it in the way back. And I think he will. Oh, no, he hasn't. I thought he'd enough spin on it to get there. But it's a run of 64. And is that going to be enough to take the match away from YPR? And this is a big visit. And he's effectively scoring nothing until he gets to 64, because if he falls short of 64, then his odds of getting out of this begin to diminish. He's got to get a big chunk of this gone before Cobra comes back to the table. And why he's not potting the 1 ball now, I don't know. I mean, he should be potting that 1 and getting it down onto his spot and work the 5-1 from there. I don't like the fact he's taking the 5. To me, you've got to take the 1. The fact that he's taking the 5, he's narrowed down his choices. He's not sitting perfect, and it's a dodgy angle. And that's dodgy doing that for a start, but he risked it because he could easily have followed it in. But the 1 is on its spot, which to me is the priority. Get it in play, and then you've got more to work with. Now again, you need to have a quick look at the spot and see the line of the spot. So in this case, the angle he's got, he may stun up to the line, you know, to play the carom that way. He may check the cue ball. Yep, he's gone a wee bit too far though. See, now he's out of line. He's actually overhit that slightly. The line he wanted was sort of there or there at worst. Now he's in trouble. But again, he's got a reasonable shot off the edge of the 1 to the 5, or from the 5 back to the 1. Well, I'm the opposite, and I mean, you know, to talk about, you know, being a bit more serious about it. I think you don't want to overthink a lot of stuff in Cowboy, because if you played it often enough, you know, a lot of the shots are automatic pilot in what you're doing. You know, like that shot there that he had to get on or just above that line in the kitchen, and straight away I knew that he'd hit it wrong. There's sort of just, again, I keep going back to the basic things to keep you going in this game. It's not always going to fall into place. You're going to have to do what he did there and you know, play a recovery shot to try and stay at the table where you're prepared to use a rail. There's a lot of guys who are frightened from going to rails in Cowboy, and if that's part of your game, then you're limiting your opportunities. You see people coming to play Cowboy where they want to avoid rails if they can help it, but very often the rail can be your saviour. Especially if it's just a natural shot where you're not having to do any spinning, it's just how much you take of the object ball and get that line off the rail to the next object ball that you're trying to hit. And there's a lot of people maybe do a lot of unnecessary stuff as well. And they don't. I think a lot of the shot, I mean, what you're saying probably not far off the mark. You know, a lot of shots are sort of natural shots when you're, particularly when you're looking at caroms. You're looking at a more natural line. You don't, if anything, you don't want to be using English in the cue ball. You want to be just taking a line that's going to get you there. And the less that you start doing with the cue ball, the better your odds are. Well, Cobra's going to have this match won, in my opinion. He's too good not to get to 90 and be into the caroms at this stage. Now, I'll give you an example of where a bit of spin needs to be used. For example, if you've got a 5 ball there like that, right, and there's that gap, right, if the 3 ball's sort of there and you're playing a carom off the 3 ball, maybe a higher angle, you might want to put a bit of left-hand spin in the cue ball. And the reason I say that is because if there's a gap like that, you want to try and maybe get there, but if you finish short and you go there, you want the left-hand spin to do you a favour. Now, at the end of the day, if you get that too tight, your left spin could miss you the hit in the back of it. But I always tend to want to put a wee bit of side on it if there's a gap between a ball and a rail, just to, you know, give me a second chance if I hit the rail and come into the back of it. That's really the only times you're thinking about putting English in the cue ball. If you can really avoid it, all the better. Well, last chance saloon for YPR in terms of getting to 90 before Cobra does. I mean, this match is very much in the balance, but only if Rodney wants it to be. You know, he's in charge at the moment. He's got the control of the table. He's certainly got the ability to get this. He's going to go round the back. Oh, he's got the hit. But now he's going to have to dig out the pot and still think about the follow-up. So he's got to run through with this. He's going to end up running up there, but he needs to go high enough, and that'll do. But this is probably, if you're Rodney, it's the biggest visit of the match now that we're 2 apiece and we're sort of getting down to the wire. He has the chance of getting to 90 here. This is a big, big visit if he wants to take Cobra down and send him to the one loss side. Now here's the sucker scratch shot. This is it. You've got to play the stunt, but he's controlled it well. He hit it pretty much full in the face. The 3 ball's coming good. It's going to go in its spot. And again, you've got to get in the kitchen off this 3 ball. Somewhere down in the middle diamond here would be ideal. Well, that's a bit heavier. So now, by doing that heavier like that, he's only given himself 1 option and he's finished 2 straight. See, again, that is still a mistake. You pot that 3 and you finish there, then you're good to go. Because if you finish there, you've got the force follow 5 to 3, you've got the 1 to the 5. And now he's having to play a recovery. And he's got it, and I think that 3 ball will be handy. But that previous shot I was talking about, that's where he made that mistake. By just not getting low enough. And that's what makes or breaks a run. But he's on 75, the run is 31. Now, once again, he's looking at playing the 5. There's no reason why he shouldn't be taking the 3 though. Because he's good enough with the cue ball that he can get the cue ball in a line from the 5 to the 3. So now we're isolated again. So he can play the force follow to the 1, or he can play the edge to the 3 off the 5. And he's playing the force follow. How's the spin? And that'll do. Now, well, he's going to be nuts if he doesn't pot the 3, because he has to get the 5 ball back in play. 5 ball's now gone dead in the back rail. The run is taking him to 81. He's on 37 in this visit. And this is getting right down to the nitty gritty now. The next few shots are going to have a big bearing in the outcome of this match. And again, got to get the arithmetic right. So the force follow to the 5 for 85, but the double kiss. And where's the 3 ball going? And he's going to be over the 5. And he's going to have to play the thin cut in the 3. And that takes him to 88. Now, he has to play this soft enough that the cue balls come up the table to the left side pocket. He's hit this way too hard. That's way too hard. Because he wanted to be there. He could have played it softer, but he's still got a shot. You know, he hasn't not got any shot at all, but he's got to give this a bang. Well, he's controlled it very well. How's he for a follow-up? Problem now is, he's definitely got no shot. Right. Now he's got to get his thinking cap on. He can't get to the 1. He's on a pot. So he's got to keep his points. That's a priority. What he also has to do is try and leave the table as ugly as he can. and that's a tall order. Cobra's an 82. He can pot anything. But there's absolutely no point at looking at doing anything other than just keeping your points. You're always going to leave Cobra one shot or another. Well, it's still marked as a fail. He's got a run of 45, but he didn't get to 90 before Cobra. Well, we've now been on for 3 hours this match, and it's well past my bedtime. But we won't have much longer to go, I know that. And Cobra's got the same problem. He's got to watch the arithmetic here. He's on 85. He'll have Okay, well, certainly, if he plays this right, he's going to have the pot and the 3 to follow. So this will take him to 86. Well, that's potted the 3. That takes him to, what am I talking about, 89. And look at what Cobra's done in the 1 ball. He's done exactly the same thing as YPR did. And, well, would you believe it? YPR might get to 91st here, but I think Cobra's going to try and duck behind the 5. That's the dirty thing to do. Well, he didn't. I'm surprised he didn't. If that was me, I'd have been sticking him right behind that 5 ball. That could be a mistake by Cobra. I mean, he's left YPR a shot here in the 1, and he's got the dirty-minded brain. That's what Cobra should have done. And I think Cobra's dug himself into a hole here. So that's 1 foul. And if YPR is switched on, he should be sticking him in again behind that 5 if he can. And he's got to get, you know, what the hell's Cobra's at the table now? Am I out of sync here? What the hell happened here? Oh no, he got a carom, that's what it was. Yeah, I'm falling asleep, guys. Watch the 5 ball. There's a mistake. I didn't miss that one. Oh dear. Yeah, I forgot about that. Listen, it's bloody 10 past 10, 5 past 10, past my bedtime. You know what the mistakes I make at this time of night. At least give me a bit of bloody leeway. Well, he has got to 90 before Cobra. Because it says it in the scoreboard. And look at the little nudge of the 5. This could be game, set and match. I think I'd be typing hasta la vista, baby, in the chat by now. I'd definitely be doing that. Well, if this can go round the angles and come back into play like that. Oh, he's maybe going too far. Oh, he's going to have to get cute now. Now he's going to have to get cute. Oh, that's not got the legs. That's nowhere near it. Well, he's left Cobra the 1 ball. And he should have hit that a bit harder to get that 5 ball hit. He chickened out big time there. Well, this is... he's got to... I think he might have to play this with a bit of right side, is he? Or does he think he can get to... Can that hold the line? Is it my eyes telling me something different? Yes, he has been able to get there. Just get there and no more. But everything's now at a distance. Cobra 1 point behind. Well, let me have a look at it to see what the... yeah, definitely overcutting the 1 ball to go for the 3. But he's played the safe route. Is he sneaking around the back? Yes, he is. Wow. And Rodney's got a starter. 5 to the 1. But he's got to get that 5 ball in play. I think he's got to hit this. He's got to hit this. Oh no, that's nowhere near it. I'm surprised he missed that by such a margin. That was not a difficult carom. And what's more, he set up Cobra. And, well, Cobra, he can play the draw off the 1 to the 5, because that would push the 5 in a better direction, would it not? He's gone the 5 to the 1, but where's the 5 going to end up? That's the point. Watch that side pocket, he's going to kill it. Yeah, 5 balls, no good there. Cobra goes into the lead. by 1 point. Now it's squeaky bum time. He's trying to overcut the 3, miss the double kiss and come down the rail and bump the 5. He's done that, and he's done that, and that was well played. And now he's got a 1, 2, maybe a 2. See, there's too much room behind that 1. There's too much room behind the 1. Yeah, commentator's eye. So the lead is 2, and it's anybody's. If you can just get a good starter, and what I mean by a good starter, something that's going to be productive and shaping up the follow-up, because that 3 ball is useless there. Now this shot is the brave shot. You've got to go to the 1 and at the same time improve the 3 ball. Oh, he's so close, but the problem with it is when you bring it into play, you're setting things up for your opponent. And he's certainly given him a start. Well, he can overcut that 3 and get to the 1, or he can draw the 1 to the 3. In fact, that looks the safer route. But again, the line of the 1 ball is important because it's coming straight down the table. He wanted that to take a line sort of that way if it could. So this is all hard work to stay at the table, but he's 4 points the lead. Now it's very thin off the right side of that 1 ball. I think you can still work that though. I think you can still work that. He might be going trying to draw to the rail to kick the 5. Oh no, he's trying to get it direct. Now, did he get any of that? Did he get anything on it? Yes, he did. He got a brush on the 5. I think that was... Well, I don't think it moved very far. Let's put it that way. And this 5 ball is going in a good direction. It needs to keep going, and he's got the edge of the 1 to the 5. That will take him to 99, and the 5 ball can't be going bad. It's got to be coming out in a direction to the 3, and the 1 ball's in the middle of the table. This is game, set, match. Look at the 5. It needs to keep going. Well, he's got enough room that he can get into the cue ball to go 3 to the 5. And the 1 ball is there for the outshot. Now he's looking at the... Well, the only danger is banging the 3 ball and where it's going. That's the only danger. He's trying to spin from the rail into the back of the 5. He's got it. That was a safe shot. And now he's got the line to force follow the 1. Now the 1 ball, is it going to go out the way? This might get caught in the jaws. Yeah. This is touch and go, this 1 ball. My eyes tell me the 1 ball's getting in the way. Yeah, but it's got out of the way, and Cobra's home and dry. So after a big scare, if you don't take the chances, Cobra's going to get you 2-0 up, and Cobra battles back. And in the end, that run of 7, when it was needed, has taken him over the line. So a very good win for Cobra. We'll be happy at that. That he's actually battled back and got out. So an excellent win for Cobra. He'll probably not be happy with it at the end of the day, but I know Rodney was in control there. 2-0's a strong lead. Right, so that takes Cobra through to round 4, and he's waiting on the winner of Interchange X and LS3, and that is on the schedule. So tomorrow afternoon at 2 PM British Summer Time, and I'm hoping to be home in time for it, we have the match with Tam and One Pocket Slim. We've got Coldest Pillow VP Monster Tuesday evening at 7 o'clock. I'll be there for that. And then on the Wednesday, both my days off anyway, I'll be there for LS3 Interchange X. That's it, folks. Thanks for your company once again. Sorry for the interruption, but that will happen. So we'll have part 1 and part 2 of this on the playlist. I'll do that tomorrow, though. In the meantime, I bid you good night. Take care, and I'll see you again very soon. Cheers.